Right, so I've been using the Mini. Well, so I've used the Mini. I took it home Friday night. No problem at all. Got it Saturday morning on the way to work, and when you accelerated, it pulled to the offside. When you let off, it pulled to the near side. So obviously something's not quite right. So I left it at work yesterday. Today's now Sunday. I've come in to have a look in case I need to order any bits. So let's get it on the lift and see what's up. Right, I think I found the problem. It's hard to, there we go, right. No, there we go. So, has that ball joint gone? Or is it loose? Let's have a go and see if we can tighten it up first. Well, it was just 2 loose bolts on that ball joint. There's still a tiny little bit of play, which looks like in the steering rack. We'll see what the Mr. MOT man says. But yeah, so we'll get it back out on the road and have another road test. Right, well, I'm still in the Mini. I've been using it now for 204 miles. I like to do a couple of 100 miles before I sell a car. We've had the issue of the loose lower ball joint, which you saw earlier. And we've also had another issue. I was driving the other day and the oil light come on. The red, big red oil, low pressure warning light come on. What I was doing at the time, I was in a hurry to get somewhere. So I didn't stop. Luckily in this car, we've got the oil pressure needle between 0 and 5 bar. And it was at 3 bar and then just dropped to 0 and the light come on. I didn't have time to stop. It was an emergency, so I had to keep going. I thought it was either going to get me there or it was going to seize up, and then I'm buggered anyway. So I kept going. Then the needle come back up to 3, back down to 0, back up to 4, down to 2, off. So I thought, I think I did about 12 miles and I got there. It was not knocking, it was not rattling. So that tells me it was just the switch, pressure switch. So I've since changed that, no problem. So thankfully it was just a faulty switch. So other than that, it seems really good. It drives really well. It's going for its MOT tomorrow, because today's Thursday, it's going in tomorrow. So we'll see what the MOT results bring, and then we'll decide what to do then. Obviously it's got no service history or anything like that. So it's probably ideally it's going to need the whole lot doing. Obviously I'd rather let a new owner do that, and I'll price it accordingly. Whether we stick it on an auction, put it back through the Copart auctions, now it's MOT'd, or once it's MOT'd, depending what it fails on, obviously. I don't know, but I'll report back tomorrow once it's been MOT'd. Right, you join me from a very dark Mini. Should take the roof off, really. You might be able to see me better. But anyway, it's failed its MOT. Remember the ball joint that come loose the other day? Well, it's come loose again. So that needs tightening up. But actually, there was a bit of play in it once we did tighten it up on the MOT ramp. So I'm going to replace that. That's the only thing it failed on. The only other note of advisors it had was brake disc worn, pitted or scored. So eventually it will need a pair of discs. I'm not going to get that far into it. Oil leak, but not excessive. Don't know where from, presuming the engine. Power steering component has a slight seepage. Tyre slightly damaged, and exhaust has minor leak. So while it's up in the air to have the ball joint changed, I will look at the leaks and whatever have you, and just check these other advisories. But other than that, it's quite good. We're not too bad. So I will come back to you when I start taking the ball joint off. Right, Mini ball joint. New ball joint's on. But I found the reason why it kept coming loose off the subframe. That's the one on the left is a new one, and the one on the right is the current one. It snapped. So it felt like it was tightening up, but it wasn't. It was just in the hole. So that's why it kept coming loose. So now I've got to try and drill that out. Joy. I literally can't wait. It's my most boring job, is drilling. Damn. Right, well, the Mini finally drilled out the ball joint, put the new one in, and put it through for a retest. So that's passed. I've left the other advisories, the little leaks and the exhaust, because I'm not going to put a new exhaust on it just yet. I'll see if I can eke that one out. Maybe the new owner might want to put one on, or put an aftermarket one or something, but it's not something I want to get too far into if I don't have to. So there's still enough money in it to get the timing chain done, so I'll probably do that. At least it gives me and the person who buys it a peace of mind that that's been done. So I'll get the bits together and get that done. I haven't got the tools to lock it up and get the bottom pulley and stuff off, so it's going into my friend to be done. At least it's done anyway, because I've got no history with it, so I don't know if it was done, so it's better just to have it done. All new oil and filters, and then it's ready to go to the new person then. So I'll leave this here for the Mini for now, and I will come back once we sort out the chain, or if anything else happens to it. Well, today we have another of our old cars in. This time it's my mother's Ford Fusion. Where she lives, she had a flash flood. Literally within 10 minutes it come down and ended up in the car. Because of the camber on the road, it went in the passenger side footwells for about an inch. So I have already stripped it out, because obviously I didn't want to drag it out any longer than needed to, because it did happen a couple of days ago. So we have got it all out. Yeah, hang on. Don't know if you can really see, the flash isn't that great. But yeah, we've got it all stripped out. Need to give it a good clean in here. I've had a towel in here overnight. That's got most of it out, so it's not so bad. But the carpet is obviously drenched, filthy, mouldy. Dexter's inspecting it. All the insulation on the driver's side is fine. The passenger side one is drenched still. Hang it up overnight. I'd give it a good squeeze out. You can see the stain on the floor where it was all muddy, horrible water. So yeah, the carpet has gone a bit mouldy. So what I plan to do today is to hang it up and jet wash it, even though it is absolutely chuck it down outside. But I need to jet wash it to get all the stinky, smelly water out, and then put it in front of the space heater and let it drip dry. I mean, the car is fine. She used it for a couple of days afterwards and chucked the heaters on just to see if that would help. But as I say, it's probably been a week now, and the carpet was still drenched as if it would only just happened. Doesn't seem to be any damage. Everything works in the car. Nothing's rusted in that time. All the cables are, along the sill, so they're all out the way. So we should be all right. I say nothing has stopped working. So yeah, so today I'm going to go and dig out the jet wash. I'll probably screw this or nail this up to the big door, open the door, jet wash it, let it all drain out. So that's our job for now. Right, well, the Fusion went through its MOT, had some advisories, mostly all the tyres. So I went straight away and got 4 new tyres put on it, all matching set. So it's got a couple more advisories, a kinked brake pipe, but it's not affecting the brake performance. So we do need to do that. And a ball joint dust boot thingy has split, but not causing any ingress. So it's something else we've got to sort out. But for now, at least it's passed. My mum's using it again. Obviously, I'm going to have it back in this week to do that brake pipe, because that's obviously quite important. Obviously, as I said, it wasn't affecting brake performance, but if it's kinked, it could have, you know, got thin on the corners and be liable to burst. So she's doing, what's the word? Necessary journeys only locally. She works from home, so she hasn't really got to go anywhere. So I'll have it back in this week and sort that out.